Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's very obvious I'm a foodie. So today I'll probably take you through our journey and how we innovated in the course of around last 11 years. Started and what, overall about the whole food industry. So digitalization or technology has transformed almost large businesses over the last 20 years. So from Walmart, from movies, from Nokia, Ford, Marriott, and so one thing which is not transformed is McDonald's or how people eat. McDonald's is still the largest food brand globally. But for Walmart, we had Amazon. For movies, we had Netflix. So this eating is something which we are working on the last 10 years. How can technology disrupt how people eat, how restaurants or F&B businesses run? So this is an opportunity which we picked up around 2011 and started working on that. And if in terms of in fact valuations for all these businesses versus the businesses which you saw on the last slide are at a very different level. So the whole same thing done differently, leveraging technology, thinking differently, and that's where we think till now food is something which is not transformed the way rest all the industries has been transformed. So this is how F&B has a different challenges compared to other markets. So if you look at number of restaurants per thousand with more than 500 outlets, India has only 2. Or number of restaurants per thousand, so sorry, I went to the last one. Number of restaurants per thousand population is only 2. Well, if you go to US or China, it's much higher. So next is the supply constraint, which is in terms of retail space per thousand population. India is the lowest, which is 54. And then last, it's the number of chains with more than 500 outlets. India has now maybe 3, not more than that. So this is how the entire food space, which is been traditionally looked at, used to look. And this is how it has worked in other places outside India. So at the same time, Indian whole food market also penetrated, where into 2020 it was around $5 billion, and it's now projected to be around $21 billion by 2026. And this is entire F&B market. So this is whole opportunity. So when we went back and said, okay, this is an opportunity which you want to go behind, what is the size of the prize? And so just taking you through that. So before going forward, food is something which goes inside our body. And there are 3 things which we feel as a company will never change in customer experience whenever you order food. One is reliability. So you always want to order or have food from places which you rely. Taste, and last, value for money. So be it a 5-star, be it a tapri, even you're paying 5 rupees or 5,000 for a meal, you want it to be that value. And this is something we feel will never change for food for at least the next 100 years. Even if you're printing 3D food, you will still like to have all these 3 being part of that. So that's the sweet spot where we felt technology adoption and customer first approach are the 2 things where we want to double down on. How do we take on this food industry where there's no Indian chain even today which is as big as any other global chains, and how can we use technology and similarly at the same time keeping reliability, taste and value for money and grow this business. And over the last 5-7 years, this is 4-5 things which we feel and we've been working on is a whole overall penetration of internet users, behavioral change on millennials and Gs. Now there are houses coming without kitchen. People love to order outside. You hardly, like even on a weekend at family, you want to spend time together and rather order rather than cooking. Then convenience, and last is digital authenticity. So it's very obvious today if you order, you first go and see what people are talking about, what dish to have. So it's no more the way it used to be maybe 15-20 years ago. So that's how we have been thinking about this whole industry. And this is how we started when the first time we started. So Jaydeep was the founder, started it in 2004 as a hobby. Then he came back in 2011 and started as so full form of FASOS is Fanatic Activism Against Substandard Occidental Shit. So he was so against the Western food. He said, okay, someone has to do. At the same time, I think Domino's went public. So the size of opportunity is there. There's no Indian chain. So this is how we started FASOS. And being an MBA, being engineers, all of our co-founders are engineer MBA. So we were the first one to take orders on Twitter. So this is 2011 when people can just tweet and we'll pick up the order and deliver. While everyone used to order on phone. So because we were thinking of the whole industry differently. In fact, the first bunch of people he hired was from food industry. He being an engineer, MBA, working with people from industry, it was difficult for him. And that's the time I think 5 of us came on board who were a similar background. Few people like me had passion for food. Few people had passion for technology. We said, okay, let's build it, but slightly differently. So that's where our first. So by 2011, we were in 50 locations in Bombay, Pune. There was the first light bulb movement which happened in 2015. When we asked our customers, have you ever seen our outlet? 76% people said they've never seen our outlet. So that's the time we decided there's no point spending so much capital on taking locations on high street, dine-in, when 76% people are consuming our food only through delivery and they don't care about where's the outlet, how does it look and all. So 2015 is when we started our first cloud kitchen in Gurgaon, in DLF. So if people are familiar with Gurgaon, near Sikandarpur station, there's a dead mall called City Court. So I went to Delhi, took a first kitchen on rent. Rent was 23,000 versus any high street you will take for 1 lakh. In my entire family said, Delhi mein people order from car or phone. No one gonna order from your app. Or people will go, but here I am today. So we started with this and now today we have around 350 cloud kitchens across India and around 75 in outside India. Now there's a light bulb movement too. So now we have launched multiple kitchens, we have FASOS. We thought, why don't we sell pizzas in FASOS? Why don't we sell biryani in FASOS? But it never sell. People will always associate FASOS with wraps. So that's where we realized one cuisine is one brand. And we started with first pilot on a brand called Olive Trails, which failed. Then we tried Oven Story, we couldn't do it. But finally, Behrouz was our first success, where we tried a largest Indian biryani player who have more than 300 outlets. So 2016 is when we started Behrouz. And then similarly at the same time, we again started trying pizza with Oven Story. And then Mandarin Oak, Sweet Truth, Good Bowl, Lunchbox, and all. So from the same kitchen, because for a customer it's always about one brand, one cuisine, we started doing more brands. Now, how do we as a company think about brands? So this is our typical 2x2. How do we eat? We eat. So if you drive a BMW, you always drive a BMW. But food is something where you go to a tapri, you go to a 5-star, you go to... So it's based on occasion and based on group. So that's how we think about food. Single serve or group eating. You want to have a regular meal or you want to have indulgence. So this is the 2x2 we started putting brands. And these all brands belongs to Rebel. There are few brands for Indonesia, there are few brands for UK, there are few brands in UAE. So Behruz is top right, which is premium biryani you want to have with group. Where we have a TBL, which is a regular meal you want to have alone. And this is how we started painting the canvas of multiple brands, catering to multiple customer missions. Now the next moment was now, when this whole canvas was in front of us, it was all about, should I do ice cream? Should I do coffee? Should I do premium desserts? Or should I do donuts? And then the whole, in the 2x2, the whole scope is so high. But that's the time when we realized that in the last 5 years, we built a platform which includes our kitchen, which includes our operating system, which is technology, which includes the way we work. So I'll come later on that. And that's where we started partnering with brands. So we took Wendy's franchise, which is the world's second largest burger brand. And within 3 years, it is now in 100 plus locations. Because for us, it's the same kitchen, we're just putting more brands. Natural ice cream, during COVID, expanded to 100 plus locations with us. Mad over donuts. And at the same time, we started investing behind founders who are building great brands like Slay Coffee, Smooth Chocolate, Biryani Blues, Zomos, and others. So while they are part of brand we own, the part of brand we started onboarding on our platform. And what is Rebel platform? I'll take it up slightly later. So this is the other time when, okay, how do my 2x2 looks now? It'll have my brands, partner brands, and this is where we are today. We have 5,000 plus internet restaurants, 50 plus brands across the globe. With brand like Behruz, which has 400 plus location, it is the most loved biryani brand in India, it is the most loved biryani brand in UAE, it's the most loved biryani brand in UK. I'm just simply saying customer ratings. Wendy's, which is a licensed brand, which is now in 100 plus locations. And partner brands like MOD, Naturals, Anand Sweets, Daryaganj, a lot of them. So we are around 100 plus partners who operate from our kitchens and use the Rebel platform to grow their business. Now, when we built this platform and got those brands, we started building on how do we get all these brands to a customer. So let's say you're sitting together with your friends and you say, let's order food. So the answer is always, okay, let's order Chinese, or let's order pizza, or let's order biryani. But that's one problem statement, and obviously looking back, that I have built a kitchen where I have 50 plus brands. Can I offer a platform to customer where he can go, order a pizza, a biryani, a wrap, ice cream, all of it together? So that's when we started working on Eat Sure. This is a thing which got built in COVID and put the entire transparency in terms of quality check, tracking, traceability, and none of the product on Eat Sure has artificial colors or flavors. And then free dish, free delivery. So it's our D2C, but the whole proposition is you can order multiple brands in one single order. Now, how it become more beautiful is, let's say you're ordering a pizza and you want to order one donut. Now, if you want to order the same thing, you cannot order one donut. Plus, if you order one donut, your cost of delivery will be higher than the cost of donut. So on each shore, you can order a lunchbox thali and 2 pieces of momos. You can order a pizza and one single donut. Because it's all from the same network, same delivery. So that's how we further transformed and worked on each shore as our platform. Now, over a period, we realized that, okay, we are being very largely on cloud. Now, omni-channel is another approach which we wanted to touch. So this is our first digital smart food court which we opened in Pune Law College Road, where you can walk in and order again. So even eating out was always one cuisine, one restaurant. Now you can go to this place, you can have a good luck, you can have a biryani, you can have a pizza, you can have Wendy's, you can have coffee, you can have donut, you can have ice cream. So 10 people visiting together can have different cuisine. And this place hosts around 15 brands. So the ground floor is our dine-in, which is again digital. And on the first floor is our kitchen, from where we do deliveries as well as cater to the. So this is our take on being a customer-first omni-channel food court. So each shore is a food court on an app where you can order online as well as order. So a lot of them will come over in the next 1 year. So right now there's one on the Pune-Mumbai highway toll, and one more is coming in Pune. And in the next 1 year, we're planning to put 50 more of these across India. Now, all of this sounds so smooth maybe once we have done it. But the biggest reason we could do it is the entire thinking and the investment we have done on our tech. So this is how our tech stack looks like, which hosts multiple channels. So multiple brand websites, Eat Sure app, Swiggy, Zomato, ONDC, and you can also order from IRCTC. All these orders will just come to a kitchen seamlessly without any interference. And just to tell you, Swiggy, Zomato started delivering in 2015. We started our food app in 2014. But our focus is always towards food, not in the delivery. And Eat Sure is now a channel through which we deliver. Now, for the same kitchen, multiple catalog management, order tracking. Just to give you a sense, in a kitchen, a guy knows 400 recipes. It's humanly impossible for someone to know 400 recipes. So whenever order comes on a screen, he can see what he has to make, how he has to make. We today employ around 8,000 people across globe who are unskilled. Just because of this technology, they can make 400 different items from the same kitchen. At the same time, multiple inventories, ordering, everything is through technology. And then the whole analytics and the whole delivery management. So this is our way of transforming the food industry, which is 200 years old, still working the same way. So all the light bulb movements and building this tech stack over the last 10 years has enabled us to do this. Now what's next? So now for food, as I mentioned, reliability matters the most. Now when I serve 50 plus brands through 8,000 people at multiple places, we're working on a technology which will, every time when the order is made, it passes through a machine called a SWOT machine, who will do size, weight, appearance and temperature check. And if it is passing, it will go out, otherwise it will reject. I don't know if it plays or not. So, so we're scaling this up now to make sure every time an order is served or goes out of the kitchen is passed through all these 3 tests. And the machine is also learning. So whenever a customer, the test goes out and it goes to customer, but customer still gives 1 rating or 2 rating. This machine will keep learning and improving its, okay, last time if the temperature was 78, weight was X and appearance was not Y, but the customer didn't like it. It'll, maybe first time it will pass, but the next time it will throw back. So I think that's all from my side. This is how we have built the world's largest cloud kitchen company with more than 5,000 internet restaurants, and looking forward to further building it. And it will be India's story in the food tech. Thanks, everyone.